So one of the things that's happening here, of course, is that Israel is being constituted as a priest and a prophet and a king for the nations, as a mediator for the nations. And like, how is it that that's what's happening here? This is a very fascinating aspect of the scriptural narrative, because it's clearly the case that what God's doing is instantiating the truth, instantiating the natural law and the divine law within the forms of the nations, the cultural forms of the nations, right? So the tabernacle is actually a great example of this. The nations everywhere are building these temples to their idols. The nations understand temples, right? Their fallen world contains temples. And so God uses temples. He corrects the error in the temple, but without destroying it. This makes God intelligible to the nations. So Israel being allowed to go into the nations before it's pulled out of the nations is an aspect of God coming to the nations through Israel. Right? So Israel's election, Israel's Passover out of slavery is about the nations. And the Bible actually makes this explicitly clear. It says repeatedly in Exodus that Israel's exodus is for the Egyptians. So Israel's being formed as a king and a priest and a prophet, as the city of God that could reach back and convert the city of man back into itself.